Jen Morrell. To my right is Ashley Harris, registered dietitian, and Pat Schick, exercise specialist. Ashley is available for nutrition counseling for our employees, and Pat runs our employee fitness center. So we are going to talk today about healthy tailgating. Buckeye football is kicking off in 3 days, and NFL preseason's already started, so it's very timely, and I know we're all pulling out our recipe books and dusting off the best things we can find to serve a crowd. So with that in mind, Ashley's going to give us some tips how to make your tailgate offerings just a little healthier this year.
Yes, thanks, Jen. So I have a couple recipes that I want to share with you today. Before I get started, I just want to talk a little bit about why we care about healthy tailgating. I think that tailgating season is a really easy time to kind of have that slippery slope. It's getting a little colder, we're getting into winter, we're usually drinking. There's lots of kind of fatty, not so healthy foods around, we tend to eat them. This doesn't have to, though, destroy all your hard work, and I think that there's a couple little tips and tricks that we can do, including making some healthy foods for our tailgating. One little caveat also throwing in there, the alcohol. I don't want to dwell too much on this, but alcohol is calories. Also, the more alcohol you drink, the more you're likely to eat. So what I try and do when I go tailgating, I actually take one of those, those cups that you can get with a straw, I fill it with water. And so I can kind of be sipping on that. I'm sipping on a drink, yeah, I can have a beer or two, but you're not just kind of mindlessly downing drinks. So just keep that little bit in mind. But today I wanted to make a couple little things. First, before I get started, Pat, when I say tailgating, what foods come to mind?
Like burgers, brats, hot dogs.
Okay.
The bad stuff.
Grill.
Dips
Cool.
and tortilla chips.
Dips, tortilla chips, exactly. And you can still enjoy all of those things. We're gonna make a dip first here today, a spinach artichoke dip, but done healthfully. I also have a healthy version of wings. I think wings are a big thing, but we have some barbecue or hot chicken. I have a little finger food, some chickpeas that we're gonna do. And then one of my favorite recipes, we're gonna do stuffed sweet potato skins.
Yum.
Yes, it's really good. And so before I get started with this too, I just wanted to point out, notice what I have to have the dip with. Veggies. Tortilla chips, all those things, that's another way to just kind of load up the calories. Replace those with veggies. It's kind of nerdy, but you could even stuff some veggies into your purse, like a little plastic bag. You get these, they come as a little mix to go. Any tailgate you're at, pop them out. So even if you didn't make the dip and it's not the most healthy dip, you have your little veggies to dip in. They also are full of fiber, they're gonna fill you up more, and then of course, they're full of nutrients and phytonutrients.
It's funny you say that, because when I make a dip to serve, I always make sure there's a few veggies on there, because mostly for me, because I'm just thinking as the veggies, it's a way to get that dip to my mouth.
And it's a great thing to fill up on first too. At a tailgate, fill up on these fiber-rich things, and then you can have like little bits and pieces of the stuff that you like, but you're not filling up on those.
Because it's really usually the dips that are the high flavor and kind of if you're not a carrot fan, you probably can't even taste the carrots. You still get that.
Exactly. So the dip that we're going to do today, it is a spinach artichoke dip. Pat is going to be my sous chef here, and it's super simple. All you need is a food processor. If you don't have that, a blender works fine. So we have artichokes. I use reduced fat cream cheese. The reason I use the reduced fat cream cheese, not that I'm super worried about the fat. There's some emerging evidence that fat in dairy is not so bad, but it cuts a big chunk of calories out. We have spinach. This is just frozen spinach. I've thawed it. I've squeezed it, squeezed all the water out. You could use fresh and cook it up, but you want to make sure you get the water out. A little bit of Parmesan cheese in there. We have a little bit of lemon juice.
Do it.
Awesome. We have one garlic clove.
Do it.
Awesome. 2 scallions worth. I have a bunch in here. That would be about 2 scallions worth. You really can't go wrong with making dips. You put a little more, you put a little less. You don't have to measure so great. And then you can do a touch of cayenne pepper in there.
Depending on how you want it.
Depending on how hot you want it. It's probably good. So you just put all that in your food processor. You throw the lid on, and then you just blend it up. And we're gonna blend it up. We'll be right back with you because you can't hear us over the blender. All right, so it's all blended up.
Yep.
It took about 30 seconds in the food processor. I'll take the spatula and push it down on the sides. But then it's ready to go. Pat, if you want to put it in this bowl.
One of the things I love about this recipe, I mean, it was so easy to make. If you've got everything pre-measured out, it takes, all of 5 minutes. Spinach artichoke dip. Most of you guys, if you've had it before, you can serve it hot, you can serve it cold. Just be sure to keep your food safety in mind at tailgates with everything. But here we are. There's our finished product. Lots of green veggies in there, and it looks tasty.
Yeah. Here. Dig in.
We'll do a taste test. Worst part of the job, right?
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
All right, stick with us. We're about to bring you a couple more things. And we're back. We have 2 new things that we're gonna make for you now. We took a break to munch on those veggies and dip because it was really good. But the first thing I want to show you how to make is an alternative to chicken wings. So we all love the chicken wings at the tailgate. Guess how many calories can be in a serving of chicken wings?
Couple hundred.
It can be upwards of 800 calories.
Oh my gosh.
They're deep fried in fat. They've got the skin on them. That sauce is usually really full of like butter and other things. So this recipe, actually I adapted one that I found. The recipe I found called for baking chicken wings, which is gonna cut a significant amount of fat out. So if you really want those wings, that's an option. I went with chicken breast. I just cut it up into little chunks and put it on skewers.
I love the skewers. It is so, I'm thinking about the tailgate.
Yeah.
Chicken wings are messy. You need 2 hands usually.
That's
Now I've
easy.
got a hand for my beverage and a hand for my chicken.
Yep, so super easy. The sauce, all I did, I took 1 tablespoonful of butter, some garlic and thyme, threw it in a pan, mixed it up. I got the Frank's Red Hot, chicken wing sauce, did about 3/4 of a cup of that, and then I just coated the chicken with it. Threw it in the oven, cooked it.
What do you think about some of the pre-made hot sauces? I mean, do you have to, you
You
don't
know-
have to, but are they usually loaded?
It
Is that a
depends.
healthier version to make it yourself?
It depends, and this was, I kind of made it myself. I still cheated and got some hot sauce, so it depends how much time you have. I'd look at the labels and read things, but certainly like as much as you can do yourself and adding in ingredients, definitely.
A lot of
And-
it's probably sodium though, right?
Yep, a lot of it's probably sodium. Although if you notice too, these aren't as coated as some of the other wings. The flavors had a chance to soak in, but they're not dripping in grease and things like that too. So, but yeah, that's it. Bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes until the chicken's done. And then I make a little blue cheese dip as well. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I use low-fat yogurt, Greek yogurt. It's gonna add some protein. And again, the low-fat, I don't think you need to go low-fat always with dairy products. This is a case though where if you're gonna be eating it, you're trying to cut calories, it's gonna cut a big chunk of calories. And then I just mix it with some blue cheese if you wanna mix that up, Jen.
Seriously, it's just Greek yogurt and blue cheese?
Yeah. And then I throw some scallions on as a topper, and that's gonna be your dip.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so pretty easy. The sauce didn't take long either to whip up. Before I get to the chickpeas, just a word about food safety.
Thank you.
So with tailgating, we always still have to be thinking about food safety. First of all, to make sure our food is cooked properly. So you really want to make sure that that chicken's cooked all the way. If you're grilling, like Pat likes to do, make sure you know your burgers and such are grilled all the way. In fact, here's a plug. We did a video for Healthy Columbus on healthy grilling. So you can see ways to minimize your cancer risk, be food safe. But then for a lot of these dips and sauces that we use dairy products, those need to be refrigerated and they need to be kept at a safe temperature for as long as possible. You don't want to go longer than 2 hours with leaving something like that or something like that other dip that we made out. You want to make sure that you refrigerate it.
Or you could, these are nice nesting bowls. Fill the bottom, get a larger bowl, fill it with some ice, and just let it sit there.
That is good.
No?
It's definitely gonna
Oh,
be,
how many times have I gotten sick here?
well, it's, depending on the temperature outside. So say we have a fluky 80-degree day and we're out tailgating, that top part could get hot, the bottom might still be cool. So I would say put it in smaller bowls, keep the other stuff in your fridge or, in your cooler or something like that, and just kind of rotate it out if it's gonna be out all day.
Because you're going to get a lot of repeat customers if
Yes.
everybody's sick at your tailgate.
Exactly. And I'll post a link with this video to just the FDA spreadsheet with some healthy, food safety tips.
Okay.
Yes. So the other thing that we have to make is these roasted chickpeas. And these, Jen has been snacking on them. She's
They're
loving
so
them.
good. I was a little hesitant, but they're so good.
How do you feel about them?
They're good.
Okay.
I never really eat chickpeas.
I didn't force him to say that, yeah. The reason I like this is a nice little just kind of finger food, snacking food. You can make these up in advance and they're gonna last if you seal them well for a couple days. But chickpeas, they have great protein in there, great source of fiber, lots of other vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals. So while you're just kind of popping and snacking on things, I think having something like this is great. And again, they're simple. I took a can of chickpeas. Now I drained it, I rinsed it, and then I set it out to dry for at least a half hour. I just put it out on some paper towels. You don't want it soggy wet, so those are pretty dry. Really for this, you just put a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper, some Parmesan,
All of it?
all of it. Mix it up. And then you're just gonna spread these on a baking sheet. Make sure that you put some oil or some spray down just so it doesn't stick. These are gonna cook a little longer, so about 425 for about 40 to 60 minutes until they're as roasted as you like. We were talking too, you could, if you wanted to, throw a little thyme on here, throw a little rosemary, give it a little extra flavor and a little extra nutrients. So we're gonna pop these in the oven. We'll be back with showing you how to make some sweet potato squins in just a minute. Okay, we're back with our last healthy tailgating item, and these are stuffed sweet potato skins. So we've been eyeing these, we haven't bitten into them yet. This is one of my favorite recipes.
They look good.
Yeah, they taste great. So what you do to start off with, we've already baked the sweet potato. I just took a sweet potato, stabbed it a couple times with a fork. I just coated it in olive oil, just a real light coat. I kind of drizzled some in my hands and rubbed it on. Baked it in the oven.
Does that keep the skin from burning? Or
yeah,
adds a little
it
flavor?
keeps it from sticking. Yeah. So again, I baked it at about 450 for about 30 to 40 minutes until when you push on it, it's soft. Then we cut them in half, and then what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna turn this over to you in a second, we're just gonna scoop out the middle, about a third's worth.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
So just scoop those out. One of the reasons I like sweet potatoes over regular potatoes is, first of all, they're bright orange. So they are loaded up with the carotenoids, with beta carotene, really healthful phytonutrients that help fight breast cancer, prostate cancer, inflammation, all sorts of good things. Sweet potatoes also, they are a starch. They're one of those more carbohydrate vegetables, but the blood sugar response is much lower with them. So it's a lower glycemic index. It's kind of a more gradual blood sugar spike and fall with these versus regular potatoes. The other stuff then that we're gonna do, excuse me, is I'm just adding, again, some low-fat buttermilk, and the reason, you know, again, I'm going with, I keep saying this, the low fat, you don't need to, but it's gonna cut a significant amount of calories.
And when you're mixing it all up, you're not gonna taste the difference.
No, you're not gonna taste the difference
The
at
one
all.
thing I will say is, you know, I feel like I can't wait to serve these at my next tailgate because, I mean, they look visually appealing, and, you know, the sweet potato is kind of the new in food, you know. How many times are we opting for sweet potato this and sweet potato that when we go out to eat?
And I've even topped it with a little bacon.
Oh, you're so nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. And you know, everything in moderation. So hopefully this could pull in the people that might be a little more skeptical. There's not a ton of bacon on there, but they are topped with a little bit. So good job scooping, Pat.
That was great.
Now we're just gonna throw the buttermilk in there. A little bit of olive oil. A little salt and pepper. And then a little paprika. And all of these recipes are going to be posted with these videos as well.
Okay.
So you don't have to be panicking writing things down. And then we're going to mash it up. I'm going to turn it over to Pat. Give us a minute while we mash it up and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. We have our sweet potatoes and buttermilk, yes, all mixed up. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this, take the scoop, and refill the potatoes that we did.
Ash,
Yeah.
if you don't, why buttermilk? If you don't have buttermilk on hand, will regular milk kind of take the place?
Yeah, the buttermilk gives a nice little kind of flavor and tang. Yeah, regular milk takes the place. I've done it before with almond milk when I've been in a pinch, coconut milk. Anything is gonna work. And if you're non-dairy and you're wanting to go vegan, you can definitely go that way. So what we're gonna do is we fill these up, and then we're gonna pop them back in the oven for about 15 minutes until you can kind of see them a little brown on the top. Just leave the oven on at 450 like we've been doing with the sweet potatoes. And then when you're done, we take it out and I top it with a little sour cream. I go low-fat sour cream, again, just to cut some calories, or you could go plain Greek yogurt. It's gonna add a little more protein. Going with a low-fat plain Greek yogurt would cut some calories. If you want to thin it out, because that can be a little clumpy, just put a little water in there.
Oh.
And you can drizzle it on the cooked ones. We
Oh,
can-
this needs to wait
We'll
till
cook
later.
them first,
I'm
yeah.
getting very excited here.
And then I just top them with, like I said, bacon, scallions. You can get creative with your toppings. If someone doesn't want to be going the meat route or vegan route, you can just take that bacon off. And there you go. It's a great healthy tailgating treat. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys watching at home will utilize some of these recipes next time you're having people over for the fall, for tailgates, for whatever. You look really good, and we're gonna go eat. So
Yeah.
we'll see you soon.
Thank you.